Okay, everyone. Let's get back into this. This is the Ironman Saga on Seattle Sanctuary for Worm Unlimited. I just took a drink of water because we were almost completely out. Yesterday we started working on getting stuff for the tent. Let's check on the crops. Nowhere near ready. Cornfield says it's ripe. Interesting. Those look a little short, though. So we'll let them go a little longer. Strawberry sprouting. Strawberry sprouting. Cotton sprouting. Lemp sprouting. Okay, so everything is still sprouting. Except apparently the corn. What is this here? Cucumbers say they're ripe. We're going to let all that go for a little bit. Oh, that's right. The corn and the cucumbers weren't ready to go last time. So those probably can actually be harvested. Go ahead and take this. What we're waiting on is the wemp and the cotton. Let's open this up. We can open that, we can open that, and we can open that. There we go. Okay, what have we got in here? 2 strings of cloth. Okay, so we're going to put we're going to put what we can in here. So the cotton can go in there. The strings of cloth, I believe. Okay. Oh. So used to hitting that escape to close windows out. Alright. And open this one up. We're going to take these guys and dump them in here. Okay. Close that. Come back out here. We'll open this up. And we're going to drop curving knife, the hatchet, butchering knife, and the spindle in there just to get them off our character for a minute. Alright, so now we need to head back up this way. We do have a lot more work to do as far as the terraforming goes. Actually, you know what? Let's do something oh. More flowers. More flowers. Orange red flowers. Hey, check that out, Biddy. And that looks like flowers too. Greenish yellow flowers. So yes, they are definitely sprouting throughout the world. For sure. Not a lot of them. That is a yellow flower, but it's not showing its yellow flowers. Oh, there's some more flowers. I think we saw these yesterday. Yeah, those are the white flowers. Yellow flowers. Sorry guys, I'm just kind of taking a detour real quick kind of scouting out the area here. Oh, here's some more yellow flowers. So for the all the people that actually play on Seattle Sanctuary, just kind of showing them that there are actually flowers that do bloom. Oh, what do we have out here? Is that another? Nope, that's just grasses growing wild. Just trying to show that flowers do actually grow. That's likely not. Nope. Wild. We'll get back to it in just a second here. I just want to kind of take a look around. There's a dog. Oh, here's some purples. There's some more purples. And no, for anybody asking, I did not come in and doctor the land up. What are you? Oh, you're a chicken. It's a chicken, but it's hidden in the grass because the grass here is so untamed. There's a pig. What are you out there? A wild cat. We're going to leave him alone for a minute. Okay, so we do have clay and we have sand. So we can create mortar. And that's one of the next things that we're going to be doing. But we need rock or stone shards, whatever. What is this? Lingonberry bush. Okay. So yeah, I'm just kind of checking stuff out, seeing what's where. But I do have a lot of grass here. So I thought I would check the area. Here's some yellow flowers. And see, well, basically just kind of make sure that flowers actually are growing on the server. So for all of the players on Seattle Sanctuary, there you go. Flowers actually are growing. What do we got here? I think that's some blue flowers. Well, that's the blue ones. So yes, they do grow wild. So that part I didn't oops on. Now I may have oopsed on the whole depth of the water and whatnot. That I will admit to. But I was pretty certain, I mean, we're talking like 90% certain, that when I created the map, that I actually did put flowers in. Now, are they super abundant? Eh. I mean, you saw what I saw here, so, I mean, they are on the server. It's just a matter of finding them. So they are growing wild, and I have not gotten around to, as of the recording of this video, I have not gotten around to, actually we need to come back down here, gotten around to setting up the flowers outside the east wall. So if you're If you are going out of North Point and looking specifically for, it looks like there might be some more flowers here too. Um, Going outside, yep, greenish yellow flowers right there. Grass, orange red. Anyway, if you were headed to North Point and you're looking for the flowers that I said I would put outside the eastern gate, they're not there yet. There's a rooster. I have not gotten around to doing that. As you all know, I have been a little bit busy. Been trying to take care of all kinds of stuff. So, please be patient. I will get to them. To me, flowers are more decorative than anything, so I'm not too worried about it. Yes, I know they're involved in beekeeping and all that stuff, which I'm also setting up. But, okay. Don't have wood. It's not one thing, it's another. It's another. And there's no wood in here. Well, I guess we'll go back out and grab some kindling and wood scraps since I don't have flint and steel. And for those of you that don't know, you're going to need kindling for to create a campfire regardless. The only difference is whether or not you're using flint and steel or wood scraps, but you're going to end up with the same result. So, excuse me. The flint and steel is reusable, whereas the kindling or the wood scraps are not. You will actually use up wood scraps. Actually, I think let's check in here first before we go to the bulk storage. Okay, so we do have these logs that are basically garbage. We're going to take one of these logs. Because remember, it said it was too damaged. So we may as well burn that guy up. We're going to move it a little slow. We're going to take this guy, and we're going to take this guy as well. Okay? That leaves the 3 that are quality level 1, but full logs. We'll come over here. Open this, and we need... Where's all my kindling? And there's my wood scraps. I could have swore I had kindling. Okay. Well, let's do 5 wood scraps. I'm gonna combine those. So we've got 1 wood scrap. I don't know what happened to my kindling. Probably decayed out. It's not in there either. Okay, well, let's take our carving knife. Open the logs up. Let's see. I believe, come on, we can get kindling out of this guy. We'll set up 2 of them. Ah, okay, we'll try that again. Really? I normally don't have much problem making kindling at all. Wow. Okay, we're gonna do this other way. Because it's easier to just click a single button. Oops. Kindling. There we go. See, I knew if I threatened it with the other window, we'd end up with something. Okay, we're gonna combine these two. Now, we don't need the carving knife, so we're gonna throw him back in here. Close that guy up, and we're gonna head back this direction. Yeah, we are moving a little bit slower. Not a lot, but a little bit. Oh, I suppose I better double check. I know those are usually empty. Morph said hi 15 minutes ago. I apologize, Morph. I'm been a little distracted trying to do the videos. So we're going to come in here. We're going to light a fire. We're going to see if we can. We're not worried about the iron right now. So we're going to put. Where is my anvil? Let's see. There's the door. That's the iron. There's my anvil. So right here, this tile is where we're going to set up our fire. Create furnaces, campfire. Poof. And Bob's your uncle. Okay. Now, we want this guy first. And we're going to burn him. Oh, we don't want to open anything. We want to examine. Okay, 51 minutes. That's good enough to get some stuff going. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this extra stuff and put it in here. So the 2 logs can go in there. The kindling and the wood scraps can go in there. And we're going to grab... now, mind you, the stones we're not so worried about. So we're going to grab the crude pickaxe that is actually used up the most, because we're still trying to destroy them things. May as well. And we're going to go after... What are you? Oh, my pottery bowls. Well, we'll take those too. We're going to put those over here. We don't want to lose those. Make sure there's nothing in them. Okay. Alright, we're going to activate the pickaxe. Come in here where it's light. That's the only reason that I put the campfire there. Because we definitely do not need fire for getting stone. But we want to be able to work on the wall. Mine is 3, mine down is 4, mine up is 5. This sometimes changes. That's why Old Bitty Gaming and I always double check to make sure that it is actually correct. Now, Bitty likes to make sure she is dead center on it. I don't really care. As long as I click on it, I mean, I can be facing this way. I don't care. It's still going to mine the wall. I think she does it mainly because that's how Gamester for Life did it. in his videos. She mentioned that earlier. We got to back up. Okay. So there's that. We don't want that wall. We want this wall. So there's the cave floor. Now you notice we can mine there as well. We can prospect, we can level, but we don't want the cave floor. We want that cave wall. We're going to step up to it, and we're just going to start, after we double check, okay, we're going to start mining, and we're going to prospect a little bit because we want to get the prospecting skill up as well. So we got 3 and we got 6. So we'll do 2 on the mining and 1 prospecting. I don't really care how many stone we get out of it. We're going to need a lot of stone. So, and actually, we're going to need, I believe it's a file too. It's been a little bit. But that's okay. We'll wait until after we break through this wall. And this is a fresh wall. We haven't mined on this one yet. We stopped at the last tile when we cleared out the 2x2. But this seems like a good direction to head. We're gonna have to get our prospecting up a bit. If you notice, we're at 2.27, whereas our mining is 6.13. So we have been failing at prospecting for a minute. Oh, and actually, we're going to stop, get some of our stamina back, and then we're going to try that again. And we will create a pile of stone shards. Which is good, because that's what we want. Because we do need to make a forge. And my masonry is way down. 2.38. So we definitely want to use the stone shards to be able to make stone bricks, and that's going to help to get our masonry up. That's why we don't care what quality level the stones are at this point. Because we're going to have to improve it anyway. So with the crude pickaxe, even though it's a quality level 9.37, all we're going to get is quality level 1 stones out of it. Doesn't matter which crude weapon, or I'm sorry, crude tool you use, the resources that you harvest are going to be 1.0. So what I'm doing right now is I'm 1 prospecting, 2 mining, and waiting for all 3 actions to complete, letting the stamina bar go back up, and then I rinse and repeat. That way I don't ever have to worry about the stamina bar. Notice the damage on the crude pickaxe is almost doubled from when we started. We are are now at, where did my prospecting go? 2.57, 2.63 now. And mining is 6.19. You kind of want the two skills to stay relatively close. You don't want one to get too far ahead of the other, or you're going to be playing catch up. Can you mine without prospecting? Absolutely. Can you prospect without mining? Yeah, absolutely. But the two are kind of married together. If you can get your prospecting skill up, it opens up analysis, and you can analyze the rock shards and see just where potential other nodes are. So if I was, for instance, in nothing but stone right here on a standard server. Now, keep in mind, Seattle Sanctuary has been, I guess the best way to put it is the ore nodes have been populated in such a way that you can't really go too far without hitting something. You're gonna hit something. I wanted to make sure that all nodes, including Glimmer Steel and Adamantine, were available on this server. And I didn't personally, I guess I'm being kind of greedy in this, but I didn't want to spend 6 years mining through stone before I find a single iron node. So all of the nodes have been given additional percentages to be able to find ores and like rock salt and sandstone, all that stuff a little faster. Marble, slate, all that stuff. Every node or every type of node has been given an increase to its percentage of how much of it is on the server. So, forgot where I was going with that. Anyway, so right now, all we're doing is we're looking for. Actually, we're not looking for anything. We're just mining stone. But if I was to be looking for a specific type of ore, once I get the prospecting skill up to 15, I can start analyzing. On a successful analysis, at or slightly above 15 skill, in prospecting, you have a chance at it telling you if there is an ore vein somewhere near you within one tile. That means on the other side of this wall, it could, it's one tile away, or technically two tiles away, in any direction from where I stand. It could say, hey, you detect, I forget the exact words that it uses, but, traces of iron to the north or whatever. At which time I would have to, normally my compass sits up here, but I would have to look at my compass, see which direction north was, and go from there. Does that mean it's dead north? Usually it's fairly accurate, but not always accurate, because it could actually be, once you get it up a little bit further, it could say, to the north, and it's actually 2 north, 1 east, or, west, or, whatever. It's not dead north, it's in that direction. It says the wall's going to break soon. That means that somewhere on this server anyway, somewhere within the next 5 to 7 hits is what I've discovered. the server settings don't allow you to. Oh, there we go. And that's a wall. That's a wall. That's a wall. So we found nothing in here. Okay. Let's see where our. Oh, what do I got here? Open. Oh, I found a diamond. Alrighty then. And there was 34 hits on that wall. I believe it's set to 27. Is the minimum. That's all you can set on the servers, the minimum number of hits. So it could actually make me go, 50, 60, 70 hits before it actually breaks through. Typically, it seems to be right around 5 or 7 above what, I don't even know what the heck I would use a diamond for. What would you use a diamond for? I don't know. Let's move forward. We're going to double check. Mine 3, prospect 6. So that's what we're going to keep doing. On our pickaxe is now at 31.82 damage. Remember, when we picked it up, it was only at 12. So we've now gone 20 points beyond. Our body strength is going up, our body stamina is going up, our mind logic is going up. Mind logic is essential for being able to command carts and boats and ride different creatures, horses and bulls and so forth. And if you don't have enough mind logic, it will not let you ride those creatures or command that particular mode of transportation, I guess is the best way to put it. Doesn't matter if it's a boat or a cart or what have you. I don't believe I've ever seen like a hot air balloon or anything like that, but that would be kind of cool to see it, a hot air balloon or whatever, floating around in Worm. I don't think I've ever seen that though. I think what we would require in order to make that happen would be some gnomes. And we do have statues of gnomes, but gnomes in the old school EverQuest mindset were the tinkerers. They were the what do they call it? Steampunk kind of creatures. They were the inventors. And yes, they were useful for other things as well, but yeah, they were the and halflings but halflings were mostly used as rogues or thieves, if you want to call them that. And by the way, that's R-O-G-U-E, not R-O-U-G-E. R-O-U-G-E is rouge, not rogue. I've seen that misspelling so many times, it irritates me to know that there are still people out there trying to convince people that a face makeup application is a character designed to steal things. But that's neither here nor there. So I don't know how many it's going to take to go through this one, but we're going to check that pile too. I'm actually really surprised that I ended up finding a diamond. I have no idea what in the world I would use a diamond for. Actually, let me check Wormpedia. Why not? Okay, a diamond is a shiny, precious gem that can appear on the ground after a mining action. The maximum quality of the gem depends on the quality of the tile mined or your mining skill, whichever is lower. Priests can cast Vessel on gems to store favor for later use. The amount of favor stored depends on the quality of the gem and the faith of the priest. Storing favor in a gem causes it to become radiant. A diamond is used in the creation of the sacrificial knife. Cannot be improved. Sacrificial knives are a curved, sharp knife that with a long decorated blade inset with gems. A knife used for sacrificing missions. Man, I can't even talk tonight. Sacrificing an animal must be done within the influence of an altar. The domain range of the god with sacrificial knife activated, right-click the animal and sacrifice. Sacrificing of animals gives favor for a priest. So, beyond that, and it uses the butchering skill. Basically, the diamond's worthless. So I may just sell that off to. I may sell it off to my deed stone if it actually will let me, or deed token. I mean. Now we're at 41. So we might be able to get through one more wall after this one with this particular pickaxe. So Old Bitty Gaming has a video out from, I can't recall if it's yesterday or day before, entitled Boats, Boats, Boats. That is the video she did. Why did it not grab prospecting? Weird. Oh, that would be why. I hit the wrong button. That's the video that she did featuring what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 6 different vessels that are creatable in Worm Unlimited. The only vessel that's missing from the Worm Enterprise is the one from Worm Online, which I said I was going to try to make on this server. But yeah, unfortunately, I didn't know that you couldn't make a crewed canoe in Worm Unlimited. Those came out apparently after the developers abandoned Worm Unlimited. And I say that they abandoned because effectively that is exactly what they did. I'm not trying to badmouth anyone. I actually appreciate the fact that they are leaving us alone. We like the game the way it is. We enjoy being able to do what we can do. And quite frankly, there's two sides to the community. There are the Worm Online players, and then there are the Worm Unlimited players. And it's not one of those situations where if you're one, you can't be the other. No, I know several people that have actually, or that tend to switch back and forth. The difference is Worm Online has a lot of changes that Worm Unlimited didn't get. Um, and Worm Unlimited was abandoned by the developers, or effectively abandoned, um, quite a while ago. So we stopped getting updates. Um, that's not necessarily a good thing. That's not necessarily a bad thing. There are a few things, and you can basically tell me to peeve off if you want, but everyone's entitled to their opinion. But my opinion is there are a few things that Worm Online has that would be nice to have, or at least have access to, in Unlimited. Um, there is nothing on Unlimited that Worm Online doesn't have, if that makes sense. So, um, well, I'm going to use spaghetti as an example. Worm Unlimited is basically the cooked noodles and only the cooked noodles, whereas Worm Online has the pasta sauce and the meatballs, and maybe the chopped mushrooms and all that stuff. Um, maybe you could get away with saying that Worm Unlimited has the pasta sauce and none of the rest of it. That being said, that would mean that Worm Online would have the meatballs, the chopped mushrooms, the Parmesan cheese, whatever. But Worm Unlimited would just be the noodles and the sauce. I'm okay with that. And I know I keep forgetting to hit my buttons because I'm busy talking with my hands and explaining things to the best of my ability. Um, but there's a few things that would be kind of nice to have. Um, One thing that comes to mind is they recently got an update for bundled arrows. I'm not an archer. Um, I've never been an archer, and not because archery and Worm sucks, because I know a few people that actually swear by it. Um, any weapon, and I do mean any weapon, can be a devastating weapon in the right hands. Meaning, oh, there we go. Meaning that it doesn't matter which weapon you choose. Let's open this up. So we got 35 out of that one. Like I said, all of them are 1.0 because I'm using a crude axe. Anyway, um, it doesn't matter if you decide to use a spear, if you're using a short sword, if you're using a um, battle axe, a maul. It's not going to matter. They're all going to, excuse the English, but they're all going to suck when you first start using them. Even if you've got your combat skills way up there, if you switch to a different weapon, that weapon, and you don't have any skills in it, that weapon's going to suck. Um, just making sure, cave wall, and sandstone. Didn't we already have a sandstone? I think we have a sandstone. Yes, we have sandstone right there. Anyway, so if I started this game off, now, mind you, let's open this up. So I have an iron staff that I made. It's garbage quality, mainly because I didn't have a weapon. But normally on this server, and I know some of you are gonna balk at it, on this server I have changed the starter gear. You start off with a um, spear, javelin, something along those lines. I think it's a spear, long spear. So you, oh, that's right. I'm sorry, guys. I actually forgot. I need to open this up. We're going to take the wood back out of here. We do have lump. That one is actually too low to even really worry about. Let's just grab this guy out. We're going to throw him in. Because we need to make... actually, before we do that, let's make sure we're not going to need any wood. File blade. Iron file. We're going to need a handle. Let's double check, make sure we got a handle. Yes, we have 9 handles, and they're woof. Okay. Actually, that one's in decent shape. We're going to go ahead and carry that guy. Because he's probably our best one at this point. And this could probably be burned as well, but I'm not too worried about it right now. We can use those for firewood down the road if we need to. Okay, so we're going to open this up. We're going to drop these items in. We're not putting the handle in. And we're going to let that cook. We're going to examine this. We still have 23 minutes, so by the time these burn down, it'll give us some more time. Okay. And I've completely lost my train of thought, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't even remember where I was at. And the sad thing is I'm going to watch this video later, and I'm going to be just like half the rest of you. No, you were talking about this. Yeah, well, that doesn't help the brain right now. Let's get this going again. Let's see, we have sandstone. We have rocks, 35, and I believe 34. I know I was talking about the 2 different communities. Oh, so, you know, it doesn't matter which weapon you're using. They're all going to start off like garbage. And on this server, you start with a long spear. And, you know, I know some of you are, well, starter gear weapons are, you know, crap already to begin with. And, you know, why make it more difficult? Because I want people to have fun. Well, that's counterproductive in some of your opinions. I understand that. But if you start on the server and you know that no matter what it is that you're given, everyone's given the same stuff, and you already have it set in your mind on what you got to do to get a good start, but everything's being given to you, do you really have that good start? Or are you basically getting a jump start? Now, by that, I mean, think about the backstory of these characters. Sure, maybe some of them came from a more opulent family and they could afford leather and all that, but that's typically what you start with on most servers is leather. Well, that's kind of mid-game gear. So how do you get away with saying it's garbage gear? If you're using that leather armor as your defensive armor, and that's what you use throughout the game, you're not doing any better. You're just, you know, at some point you're just going to have to create your own leather armor to be able to improve it. But if you start with, hypothetically speaking, quality level 70 gear, what's to improve? You're already using mid-game gear. So if I give you cloth armor, it gives you an incentive to get out of that cloth armor. It gives you an incentive to actually make something for yourself instead of just being handed everything. Um, Now, mind you, most people have the goal in mind to be in some sort of metal style armor, whether it be chain or plate or what have you. Um, those armors are heavier, which means you're going to move slower. What if you don't want to move slower? Well, obviously, you're going to want the lighter armors, which means if you're already wearing leather, where is your incentive? Do you see what I'm saying? Um, yes, new players on my server, on our server, on this server have a slightly tougher time, but not really. Um, as opposed to other servers. This server is set up more along the lines, not completely, but more along the lines of what the official Worm Online servers are set at as far as skill gains and all that stuff. Now, we may be a little bit slower, and my numbers may be a little lower, and you don't get the same gear, um, but it's all for the challenge. People that come onto this particular server already know when they first log in, they're not going to be given everything. Um, Now that doesn't stop me from checking in, using Alpha, um, the uh, my GM character, to go stop in and check on people, make sure they're doing okay, and offer them a free bite of, a jewel board, or give them a few, plates of spaghetti or sushi rolls. Food's one thing. Food goes away. I'm not going around giving anyone boats or, chainmail armor or nope. I have no problem setting up North Point, um, so that people can train their skills. That's the whole purpose of North Point. It's the starter town, and if you're just starting off, I want to give you somewhere that you can actually train your skills before venturing off out into the dangerous wilderness. Um, the first few people that decided to play on the server didn't have that option. North Point, if if any of you that are watching this started on this server shortly after the server's launch, um, think back to when you first started. Hey, crude pickaxes. Oh, we broke it. Okay. Think back to when you first came on the server compared to how North Point is now. I can almost guarantee you North Point now is completely unrecognizable compared to how it used to be. Oops, we don't want that one. We want this one that's already damaged. There we go. There we go. Okay, back to it. Actually, let's double check on our stuff in here. Iron lump is glowing from heat. Okay. Now, let's open this back up. Handle and file blade. Well, we've got iron. We need a small anvil. The small anvil, which should be in here. It is. Okay, and we're going to come back out here and we're going to open this up. and take out the lump. Now we're going to open our crafting window. We're going to throw the lump in there. We're going to throw the anvil in there. And we need... Is it a file or a chisel? Doesn't matter, we're going to create them both. We are. I think it's a chisel, come to think of it. Okay. Now we need... Let's take the file blade, since we already know that one. We're going to take this birchwood handle, put that in there. We're going to create a file. There we go. And we got to run back over here before everything cools off. And we're going to open this back up. And we're going to open our handles back up. We need... yeah, let's grab that one. Okay, we're going to grab a handle. And we're going to grab the chisel blade and create a chisel. I don't remember exactly which one. Okay, so stone chisel is only a 1. Let's close that, close that. Come on. And we're going to throw this stuff back in here. So they can heat up. While we do, oh, yeah. We didn't want to look that up. We want... Oh, obviously we don't want the bridge. We don't want cave walls. Oh, it is construction material. Stone bricks. It is the chisel. Okay. I know some of you are probably screaming at me from beyond your monitors. Let's see what kind of time we got left. Oh, we're just about out of time. So, we're going to see about improving that chisel just a wee bit. Once it heats up, we'll give it a quick minute. Today in Old Biddy Gaming's video, she was on Westlake and she mentioned, as she does fairly frequently, and so do I try not to say, hey, this is going to be a short video, because that never ends up being a short video. So she mentioned today that she typically goes over that hour time limit. And she's got a timer that she sets. I try to keep the videos relatively close to an hour. But sometimes sometimes I get wrapped up in what I'm doing and I forget to even bother paying attention to how long or how much time has passed. But I'm kind of paying attention today because I still have a lot of work to do using alpha. And I don't want to keep things going. So I think what we're going to do, since we still have plenty, and obviously I was wrong, we're not going to get to the second wall with that last pickaxe. We had to switch over. But I think what we're going to do, yep, wall will break soon. That's perfect, because that's exactly what I was going to say. We're going to break through this wall. We're going to check on the, oh, okay. We're going to check on the, what you do's it, the stone chisel. See if we can improve it a little bit. And then tomorrow. Yeah, don't get me singing. You get. Yeah, I'll make your ears bleed. I horrible singer. Anyway, um, and most of you probably wouldn't remember where that song would have come from anyway. Um, anyway, tomorrow, what we'll do is we will start picking up some of these stone shards and turning them into bricks. The downside to all of that is we have to take them outside because the cart will not come into the mine. It gets stuck in the water. Um, Only due to the location of the cave entrance. So at some point, I'm going to fix that, or at least I'm hoping I can. I believe I can make concrete and pour it in, or drop it, whatever, like dirt, into the low spots and raise it back up. But I'm not 100% certain on that. I still have yet to test that theory. Okay, what do we got here? Another iron vein. Cave wall. Cave wall. Okay, so we've got more iron, which is kind of good, I guess. But that's that for all of... Oh, we need to check on... Was it this pile? Open. 35 on that one. Yep, and there's 35 in this one. Okay, let's stop hitting the E key. Sorry, guys. Let's double check this one. 34 in this one. So it's being fairly consistent. All right, open. Now we're going to take the lump. And we're going to take 353. That's 353. Okay. We're going to take the chisel. We're going to activate the lump, right click, and improve. Hopefully, we can improve it beyond. Of course, we got to repair. Hopefully, we can repair it or improve it beyond the 353. But we'll see. And obviously, my skills are still low. Oh, 334. Let's try to improve it one more time. Okay, 437. That's where we got right now. So that means that the stones, or the bricks that we create, are going to be 437 or below. I'm guessing a lot of them are going to be 1.0. That's not going to matter so much. All we're trying to do is put the stuff together. Now, where it does come into play, we're going to go ahead and take that as well. Where it comes into play is when you're creating stuff, the lower the quality item it is that you're putting into it, the harder it is to actually complete. I've read that time and time and time again on Wormpedia. It doesn't matter what you're trying to craft. Use high quality materials for an easier time. So if I had quality level 30 stuff, and everything was around 30 or whatnot, except for say the small nails that needed to be put in, and they were only quality level 4. But I didn't have any more, and I didn't have any iron lumps to be able to make anymore. Um, then all the rest of it in relation, and that's not to say that I'm not going to have trouble with the rest of it too. But as far as the overall outcome, according to Wormpedia, the nails are going to be the toughest thing to put in. The rest of it's going to be relatively simple in comparison. Um, I have not always found that to be the case, but sometimes it is. Okay, so we're going to put this stuff, we're going to put the file. Oops. How about we open it first? We're going to put the file in there. We're going to put the lump back in there. And we're going to put the pickaxe back in there because we're not going to need it for tomorrow's segment. We're also not going to need the small anvil. We're just going to grab the stone chisel, and we're going to grab up some stones. Come on. So I'm going to open this up because I'm taking the diamond. But you notice there's 680 kilograms of weight. That's a considerable amount in comparison to what I can use or what I can carry. So I'm going to grab everything I can, but this area is too deep for the cart. It won't come through here. So I obviously need to fix that. But we can't do that just yet. Hello, Mr. Bull. Where is my road? Oh, wow. I was way off. That's why I need to finish this road up too. Hi, Bambi. And Bessie. Okay. Let's see if we can sell this doggone thing. Okay, it's only one quality, so it may not let us sell it at all. Actually, yeah, we're not even getting the option. Nope, no option. So effectively, it's garbage. So what we're going to do, just to get rid of it, is we're going up here to this. Actually, let's go over here to this tree, and we're going to drop this on the ground right there. Oh, oh, right there. It's inside the oak tree. So if anybody wants to come over and get it, they can come and get it. It's off deed, so it can be picked up, but it is only one quality, 1.0 to be exact. And since we don't have priests and such on this server anyway, at the moment, it's useless, as far as I can tell. Okay, so we're going to go back. Actually, we're going to need water and food, so I'm going to get a setup for that. Um, but that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed something a little bit different. If you did, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It does help YouTube figure out where to place my videos so that they can be seen easier, and um, that actually tells me that other people are watching. I know if you watch Old Bitty Gaming's videos, she says it as well. Um, I don't really care if I'm flapping my gums for 6 hours. Um, I'm going to continue to play the game anyway. But it's kind of nice to know that other people are watching as well. Um, but it's not necessarily, gonna determine whether or not I keep playing. I'm gonna play either way. You know what? No, we're not gonna do it. We'll start a new fire. We'll grab. Actually, I'm gonna take some of this stuff and put it on me so that I can, when we go back in. Let's see. We want 6 of those. Do we have 6 pumpkins? We don't have any pumpkins. What happened to my pumpkins? Rename. We do have. Oh no, we only have 3. Well, those 3 are going to have to do. We don't have any cabbage. Um, we'll take 3 tomatoes. We'll take those 3 strawberries. We got more strawberries planted, I believe. We'll take this. We'll take 3 of the potatoes. We don't want to take too much. 3 of those. We'll take 6 of those because we have enough. We'll take 6 corn. We'll take 3 carrots. There we go. Now we're all set up to be able to. Let's double check to make sure we do have strawberries. I'm pretty sure we do, but should be this one. Yes. Okay. So we'll start off by kicking off a fire inside, and we already have the materials to do so. Um, we should grab another log though, so that we've got fuel to burn. Actually, yes, I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna open this up. We're gonna take the iron shovel, and we're going to grab some peat, and that's P-E-A-T, not P-E-T. That's only 10. Let's dig another one. Okay, now we have 20, which is all a fire can hold anyway. Why? Well, that one was 12.37. Okay, we're going to drop the shovel. But as I was saying, um, it's not going to matter one way or the other to me. Um, I'm going to play this game regardless. But it does help YouTube to figure out where to place the videos, and it lets me know that there are people that are actually watching. I know that some of the players on my server watch, and uh, to all of those people on Seattle Sanctuary, I say thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate everything you're doing for the server. I appreciate just having you around. We've got a really, really good bunch of people, um, great group of people, um, and it's only gonna end up getting better. There's going to be more people that come along over time or whatnot, um, but it's you guys are definitely appreciated. Um, we really do have a great group of people. So um, if you want to see more of these types of videos or whatever, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Um, hit the bell icons just so that you can get notified when I post. Um, subscribing is free. It doesn't cost you a cent. Um, if you want to see similar videos, go check out Old Bitty Gaming. I will leave a link in the end card, last 20 seconds of this video, as I do for most of my videos. Old Bitty Gaming she's also a GM on this server, and she's said multiple times, she is having an absolute blast playing over here. Um, and, she deserves a little love too. Um, so go check out her stuff. Leave her a comment on one of her videos. Let her know I sent you, and that you're coming over to check out what she's got. And, um, you know, um, give her a like and a thumbs up and um, as always, if you've got uh, suggestions or tips, tricks, questions about the server, um, leave them down below, and we'll do our best to get you answered within a reasonable amount of time. Lately, it's taking me a little longer to get to my comments, but I do respond to every single comment. I have not missed a single comment on any of the games I play. So feel free to leave a comment down below. I will get back to you. The other option, come to Seattle Sanctuary, hang out, chit chat with the people here, or send me a private message. I never turn anybody down if I'm online. Um, you're more than welcome to come over and check us out. All right, but that's going to be it for me for today. Hope to see you in tomorrow's video, and yeah, have a good night. Thanks, guys.